I'm a Sun Devil, man!
The 27-yard line. That's a great call. Blake Baker, Bubba will put it up, throws over the middle. Touchdown! Great flag.
That's a way to traffic. Trying to center off with Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot. Far down, he scored!
From behind for a month. Now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly. Philadelphia, they won't get it. Wow! Edwards pulls off and buries the flag. Tries out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money. Daniels takes his shot for Darby.
What is up, my peeps? Welcome on into Taco Tuesday's edition of Pitchfork Lunch. Yes, you guys know a little, nothing wrong, a little bit of spice on Tuesdays as we get rolling here. And so glad you obviously jumped in as, again, season's winding down, the spring season winding down as obviously softball and baseball both went to regionals, both came to an end. Softball, obviously, we talked about yesterday, crowning Texas. Won the national title in best 2 out of 3 over Texas Tech. So yes, the SEC team gets the nod there. As she got, Sun Devil, of course, love it. And if you don't know how I came about this shirt, it is pretty funny. But I guess I was destined to have it though. See. And if you don't know, you can hit up in the comments. I'll share later on. I've shared it before, but I'll share later on. It's pretty, it was, I don't know, entertaining me, pretty funny, but just kind of odd how it worked out. So, nonetheless, but yes, welcome into Taco Tuesday. I am Michael Caratino at Diablo00 on X, the artist formerly known as, you guys know, the Twitter. Yes, you can check out the show live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Also on my wonderful, good old and jolly IG at michael.caratnudo.5. Yes, I know that. You guys know that, but yeah, michael.caratnudo.5 on the good old IG. Also, the YouTube channel, guys, don't forget, go to YouTube, watch live, and as you're watching live, you're enjoying it, just remember to subscribe. Yes, subscribe to the channel, watch live, but subscribe, because like I so elegantly remind you throughout the season and every show, is that anything you have missed, all the shows are there. So I want you to watch live, but then, of course, I want you to be able to go back and watch. So if you missed any of season 1, which it is a bummer you missed season 1, even from the challenging beginnings to smoothing it out in season 1 to now season 2. But anything you missed, you can just go back and binge watch. Now, I don't think even if you did if you did 2 episodes a day, you'd be close to being caught up when season 3 starts in a few months. Against the last week of season 2. I know it is tough, but again, season 3 right around the corner. It'd be tough to catch up. But look, all you have to do is go to YouTube. You see my name, Michael Caratino, but the pages at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ, 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, guys. And like I said, subscribe, because you have missed a plethora of phenomenal con reviews with coaches, players, voices, insiders, analysts, alum. It is all there. And a phenomenal athletic director who has joined us not once, but twice. And got to see if maybe we can get him before the end of the last show, working on that. So, but anyway, that being said, all that is there. The con reviews are there. So look, go and subscribe. And then, like I said, if you binge watch, anything you missed from season 1, if you didn't see season 1, binge watch that. Anything you've missed from season 2, because a lot of you are here every day, so you haven't missed a ton of season 2. But if you've missed anything from season 2, you can go back and watch those. And then, guess what? When season 3 starts, we'll be all caught up, storylines, coaches, we're going to have a lot of fun. And again, just keep growing and growing and growing. So yes, it's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ, 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe away. Plus, also, I know you wonderful people know, but if you got to run around, you can also listen to Pitchfork Lunch on the greatest internet radio station on the web, the Casual Sports Radio Network. And all you have to do is go to www.ksrnaz.com. Page will open up, click listen live, hit play, bam, forks up. Thanks to Casual E, Monday through Friday, there's Pitchfork Lunch from 12 to 1. So that being said, you're driving around, again, you're going to meet people for lunch on Taco Tuesday, and like I always say, hopefully you make them a little spicy. You can stream it through your Bluetooth because I want you to watch. But yes, your Sun Devils. I remind you every day. It's my imitation of Oprah, except not getting in trouble for maybe not making as many something for sure. I don't know. I read a little bit. Hopefully Oprah's not in trouble, but she reminds you about text. Don't watch and drive. Pay attention to the road. Like I said, your Sun Devils are smarter than that. You can listen. You can stream it through your Bluetooth. www.ksrnaz.com. Page opens up. Click listen live. Hit play, and then bam, through your Bluetooth. You're driving. You're meeting your friends for lunch. When you get there, you can still listen on your phone. So you're all caught up. Or again, watch on the other avenues that I told you about. But Casual E hooked us up. Invited Pitchfork Lunch in. It's been a phenomenal first season on KSRN for Pitchfork Lunch, but second season overall, like I said, in the growth. So you guys, and again, Sun Devil content available all around the globe. It's one thing I got to work on, getting Gus Farwell on from Spain, because he lives in Spain. As a lot of you Sun Devils know, again, I'm not talking down to you like you don't know. I'm just throwing it out there for ones that might not know. But anyway, so yes, all around the world. And when you're there, guys, like I remind you daily, but if you want comprehensive coverage and you want to keep up with the Suns, Cardinals, Diamondbacks, Mercury, Casual E has you hooked up. So subscribe to their socials as you're listening to Pitchfork Lunch, getting the wonderful Sun Devil content, which again, all around the globe, which it should be because it is phenomenal. Subscribe to their socials and be, again, one-stop shopping for everything, and he will keep you all smooth and caught up. So again, www.ksrnaz.com. Page will open up Monday through Fridays, 12 to 1. You click listen live, hit play, bam, there's Pitchfork Lunch. So that is absolutely awesome, as you guys all know. And then, like I said, subscribe to the socials, and you'll be in the know about more than just, beautiful Sun Devil Nation, but the goods with the Cardinals, Suns, D-backs, and Mercury. But yeah, hey, so yesterday I had mentioned that Landon Hairston was coming back. Baseball said, why would he want to be anywhere else? Which, again, of course, makes complete sense. Yeah, which makes utter and complete sense because, again, with Willie Bloomquist coaching and everything, why would you want to be anywhere else? But so the National College, but another award. So what it is, the National College of Baseball Writers Association released its 2025 Freshman All-American teams, and Landon Hairston made the second team. And again, this little nugget, and I went back and I looked at some, and then I'm glad saw this, but ASU has had a freshman All-American in 4 of the last 5 years, with 2023 actually being the only year in the 2020s the Sun Devils have failed to have a representative. But Hairston made the second team. And let's see. Along with fellow Big 12er, there's another Big 12 player there, H.A. Avasco from K-State is there as well. But, yeah, awesome to see him there. Second team, freshman All-American. And the year he had, like, again, not a surprise, right? I know you guys aren't that surprised. I mean, Not that you would be, surprised. But yeah, his numbers again, just in case. His numbers again, just in case you didn't remember. And again, Coach Bloomquist talked about how every at bat of his, and again, the family lineage that we've talked about, but every at bat of his was a professional at bat. And I mean, you look at the season he hit. Well, he played in 54 games. He started 49 of them. But he batted 333 on the season. Yes, 333 his freshman year. He batted 333 on the season. 65 hits and 195 at bats. He scored. He drove in 37 runs. He scored 12. Had 12 doubles, 1 triple, 4 dingers, showing a little power. He drew 35 walks and only struck out 23 times. So 23 times in 195 at bats. Yeah, only struck out 23 times and drew 35 walks. So, yeah. Yeah, you look at see. I mean, Matt King did finish the season, by the way, over 400 at 403. But I mean, what Harrison obviously did in the field too, and seeing what he could do. But yeah, I mean, a 333 batting average your freshman year. Yeah, you'll take it again in the Big 12, and it's passing the bat, and he was up top in the lineup a lot. I mean, you look at the final batting averages, the Devils had 8 guys over 300. So New Contratus, who again got banged up, didn't obviously hit or play in the last few series for the Devils, but New Contratus batted 304. I mean, he started 47. He played in 47 and started 47 of the 55 games that they played. So, but he batted 304, as did Jacob Tobias 304. Isaiah Jackson finished the year at 310. And then Harrison, like I said, at 333. Kyle Walker at 352. Kean Vu, who missed some time, but still 354 for Kean Vu. And then Beckett Zavorak at 385. And then Matt King, 403. On the season. And offensively, again, like I said, you look at that and you're like, damn. I mean, they hit 314 as a team this season. And then, I mean, Jax Ryan finished at 281, Brody Briggs at 275, Brandon Compton at 271, Josiah Cromwick, him and Brody Briggs obviously rotating, but he was at 237. But Cromwick, he was second in home runs to Isaiah Jackson. Isaiah Jackson, again, 18 dingers. So figures out, adjusts the swing, sticks to his plan, what they worked on and everything, and doesn't, fall back onto bad habits. And yeah, bats 310 with 18 home runs. He had 68. He led the team also, 18 home runs, with 68 RBIs. He scored 51 runs. But, he had 11 doubles, 2 triples, and then, like I said, the 18 dingers for Isaiah Jackson. So, yeah, he'll be back next year. Harrison said he's coming back next year, second team freshman All-American. Like, again, absolutely awesome. And it's just, the bats, and Jacob Tobias said it best. We saw it in that post-game presser after the last home game before, because they finished out on the road, as you guys know, against Oklahoma State. Yes, it was a little tough, as we know. But, like his last game at Muni and just, 4 years and, how he feels about Coach Bloomquist, and obviously how Coach Bloomquist, as we all know, felt about Jacob Tobias. So, guys, again, that's just absolutely phenomenal. Like, just to have that going, it's, it's a bummer. I mean, he should get drafted. It's a bummer Tobias will be gone, but yes, he's definitely, we know he can move on and play at that next level, as many amazing Sun Devils have done. So we'll see that. But like I said, with Jackson coming back, Harrison, Kian Fu, I mean, these pitchers like, a Cole Carlone, a Josh Butler. I mean, there's going to be quite a few that are gone. But young guys like Max Arlich, like I said, or Arlich, like I said, Cole Carlone, Easton Barrett, Josh Butler, Jaden Alba, Will Koger, Wyatt Halverson. I want to see Jake Neely will be back too. Tyler Meyer, Alec Bellardis. So again, it's just make sure, but Alba, Tyler Meyer definitely could be back. Cole Carlone in the preseason, and I talked about in the fall, we saw him taking some first base as well. As a pitcher, I mean, as dominant as he is. So it'd be interesting to see maybe if he were to play that or to place him over there next year. But again, that's a while away. I'm just saying, pitching wise, Wyatt Halverson. Like I said, Lucas Kelly. Derek Schaefer. I'm sorry, he had transferred, but he, he was a sophomore. So Derek Schaefer, Ben Jacobs. He is technically he could get drafted. I shouldn't say technically he could get drafted because it's been in college 3 years. So as a junior, so Ben Jacobs could be back, could be gone. Braden Barnes, sophomore, local kid out of Basha High School who we didn't see a ton of. But Easton Barrett, is a freshman. Alec Bellardis, like I said, sophomore. Will Koger's a senior. I don't know. I have to look and see, but obviously he can be drafted, or I don't know if he has any eligibility left. And I say that you're saying, well, he's a senior. Well, again, when he came in college with COVID and getting an extra year, so that we'll see about Koger there. But like I said, Josh Butler is only a sophomore, local kid out of O'Connor High School. Max Mauser, we didn't see again a ton of, but a 6'3", 200-pound freshman from Highland High School, another local kid. Jake Neely was a freshman. We saw a little bit of him. Sean Fitzpatrick, a junior, but he could come back from 1 year, and his arm in the bullpen. Look, his contributions when he got in the game. He's throwing good stuff. Jonah Giblin, redshirt senior, so want to say that's it on his eligibility. Colin Linder was a junior, transferred from A&M, but didn't see a ton of him. And then Rohan Leto, again, local kid from Hamilton High School, sophomore. Eli Buxton from he's from Oklahoma, but he was a freshman, and we saw a little bit of him. And then Chase Wagner, who's a freshman from Notre Dame Prep. I think we saw him 2 or 3 times. But yeah, I mean, you look at that pitching staff, guys, those names I mentioned, like, no, it took a second there, but man, very excited. And then you got that infield coming back and, get him out in the infield. I mean, Jax Ryan showed that he can play over at third base. Becca's Vorek as well. I mean, this freshman, he was a freshman. Freshman infielder from California. And he, on the season, he finished batting average wise. I can tell you. He finished 385. He played. He played in 13 games. Sorry, but still, you figure he had 26 at bats. And he got 10 hits and 26 at bats, a double, had 4 RBIs. But still, getting on base. He scored 6 runs, so it's, him batting 385, showing he could play over there at third. So excitement, man, and full scholarships going up in baseball, in all sports. Baseball going up and supporting others like wonderful, phenomenal athletic director Graham Rossini has talked about. I heard it here on the show. So, it's definitely exciting. Baseball wise, like I said, but yeah. Anyway, long story short, too late, but congrats obviously to Landon Hairston as he, again, second team freshman All-American, made the second team freshman All-American. Well, he made the freshman All-American team, but he's a second teamer. I know, yes, I can say it. But hey, we're going to step aside when we get back. We're going to talk a little track and field because, yes, a lot more is coming up with that. Obviously, the championships up in Eugene as Oregon is the host school. But, again, just a beautiful facility. The weather, should be nice and sunny out anyway, but it won't be crazy hot. So, yeah, absolutely beautiful up there. And we're going to talk track because Sundoval's going to have a little bit of representation up there, my friends, as we've talked about. And I'm excited to get more and more into it. And we'll see as it gets started tomorrow, but we'll see when they're going to get going and everything. So, yes, we'll step aside, take a break, come back, talk a little track. Other news and notes, too, they're out there. Other sports. I got to think, like I said, volleyball. Gave you the schedule, the non-conference schedule yesterday, so their season schedule is set for Coach Van Neal and the reigning Big 12 champions. That's right, forks up to volleyball. But yeah, we'll step aside, and then we will have more Pitchfork Lunch coming right up.
KSRN has the inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from former players and local personalities. Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use.
For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean McConnell.
Bird gang. I know it was another tough loss, but keep encouraged. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending the message out to the world.
Always relay that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire.
Exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network.
Got a big painting project you've been putting off because you don't think you can afford it? Well, it's time to call the team at Customer First Solutions. Customer First is your one-stop shop for all home repairs, from full interior and exterior painting to handyman services, drywall repair, electrical, and plumbing. Customer First has the most competitive prices in the Valley. Your flat rate quote is based on the square footage of your home, and that includes wall repair. All Customer First technicians are licensed, bonded, and fully background checked for your assurance. Call or text Customer First Solutions at 480-877-0255 for your free quote. Customer First Solutions, where our customers and their homes are our first priority.
This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org. This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org. This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org. KSRN.org.
Got a big painting project you've been putting off because you don't think you can afford it? Well, it's time to call the team at Customer First Solutions. Customer First is your one-stop shop for all home repairs, from full interior and exterior painting to handyman services, drywall repair, electrical, and plumbing. Customer First has the most competitive prices in the Valley. Your flat rate quote is based on the square footage of your home, and that includes wall repair. All Customer First technicians are licensed, bonded, and fully background checked for your assurance. Call or text Customer First Solutions at 480-877-0255 for your free quote. Customer First Solutions, where our customers and their homes are our first priority. Got a big painting?
KSRN has the inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from former players and local personalities. Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use.
For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean McConnell.
Bird Gang, I know it's another tough loss, but keep encouraged. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending a message out to the world.
Always laying that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire.
Exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network. KSRN has the inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from former players and local personalities. Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use.
For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean McConnell.
Bird Gang, I know it's another tough loss, but keep encouraged. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending a message out to the world.
Always laying that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire.
Exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network. KSRN has the inside track on all things.
You are listening to the best internet radio station on the web, KSRN, Arizona. You are listening to the best internet radio station on the web, KSRN, Arizona.
Yes, you guys are. For those of you listening on the Casual Sports Radio Network, you are listening on the greatest internet radio station on the web. As you know, KSRN, www.ksrnaz.com. Again, Pitchfork Lunch live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Again, all you have to do is, go there. Page will open up, click listen live, hit play. Bam, there's Pitchfork Lunch. Absolute big shout out to Casual E, inviting Pitchfork Lunch into the family. Also, let's see, we have again, at Diablo00 on X, my IG, Michael.Cartoon.5, the YouTube channel, which you should watch live and also subscribe to. But it's at Evans and Michael V's and Victory Season Champ 005 at MVC 005 on YouTube, my friends, and subscribe away as you absolutely need to. So, yes, but yeah, so track and field, yes, I know you guys know this. So in Jaden Davis, just remember that. So he in the prelims, he is in Heat 3. Heat 3, lane 6, the sophomore, with a 45:35 was his fasting qualifying time. We have Samuel Ogzagi, the sophomore, or Ogazi, pardon me, Samuel. Samuel Ogazi, the sophomore from Alabama, who his qualifying time was 44:43. And yeah, he is the only one under 45. Yeah, so he had the fastest qualifying time, and then Gabriel Gabriel Moranta of South Florida, had the second fastest qualifying time at 45:01, and then Nathan Kent, the junior from Navy, had a 45:23, and then Jaden Davis with the 45. Oh no, then William Jones with a 45:32. And then Jaden Davis with the 45:35. So 3,000ths of a second, or 300ths of a second, I should say, sorry, off of William Jones from USC. But yeah, it's but that is on so there's the top two from each heat, and then the next three fastest times. The next three fastest times go Um, um, so yeah, starts tomorrow again. The list. Why can't I? That's what guys. Sorry, apologies. That's what I lost in the notes, or that's what I don't have in my notes. Is uh, the list of events. Oh, maybe. I'm trying to find. I have the list of events. Sorry, I said that wrong. But the schedule, because obviously with men's and women's. Um, but yeah, I don't. That's that part. I don't. Yeah, but yes, Jaden Davis, like I told you, in for ASU is in the third heat of the prelims in the 400. Um, uh, team from down south does have a 4x1 team that ran a 39-33. Um, so Arizona State with the 302.87 as their qualifying time. They are in Heat 2 for the 4x4 on the men's. Okay. Why? Okay, I'm confused because I had him down. in the shot put. There's no. Oh, maybe. Wow. So no representation from Lloyd in the shot put or the discus. Wow. Wow. Because I mean, you look at it says qualify the seed mark, and I mean the Lakibbe, the young man from Cincinnati, who's and maybe he was before, maybe he had to qualify 4 weeks, but that makes no sense. Go to your conference champ, but he finished second. He had a mark of 20. That would, wow, wow. Wow. I have to, the guys, I literally saw his name and now I don't. So I will have to get clarification on that as to why. As to why Brandon Lloyd is not there. Like, I don't understand that. But I'll again, I will have more tomorrow. Yes, I know I said the Big 12 championships, but when I looked at the events and I was jotting it down on my notes, he was there. And then I look at the sheet from the site, and there's no Brandon Lloyd, who was obviously one of the top throwers in the country this year. And yeah, over 20. So I'll have to get some explanation on one. My peeps. Nonetheless, figure it tomorrow. I will get it to you tomorrow. Also tomorrow, totally looking to have a guest on. Yes. I think that's pretty much just about finalized. Yeah, it's just about finalized. Yes. So when it gets final, I will drop a line on at Diablo00 on XR, so you know, it's Twitter, so you guys know. But yeah, and either way, the 4x4 team is going to be competing. And then on the women's side, I don't know if any other women. I thought that, on the women's side, um, Fortunately, on the women's side, there were Inez Lopez in the discus. I mentioned that. Yes, her mark was 54:39. She's in flight 1. So yeah, Inez Lopez will be throwing the discus. She's in flight 1, and yeah, her 54:39 put her atop of flight 1. Flight 2's got some big throws in there, but we'll see what she can do. She can again, she's got to get there, but she's in flight 1, so that is awesome to see as well. And then yeah, so she is the sole woman representative for the Devils. On there. So yes, but man, so stoked again. And Davis is just a sophomore, guys. Yeah, Jaden Davis, a sophomore from Gilbert, and kids just absolutely crushing it. So, but I will dig around and find out about Brandon Lloyd, because I don't understand how on God's green earth with the marks he threw this year, how he did not qualify. And even from the Big 12 championship too, alone, he should have qualified. So anyway, nonetheless, we'll get out of here. But again, forks up to Landon Hairston being a National College Baseball Writers Association second team freshman All-American on the freshman All-American team, second team. So forks up to that, man. That is awesome. And then, track coming up tomorrow. So again, I'll find out about Brandon Lloyd, talk about track, see what's going on, and go from there. And and yes, inevitably a guest would be absolutely awesome too. So I will see you guys tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. And yes, as reigning Big 12 champions, women's volleyball, forks up to that. Always reminded me, #OurState. It is #OurState because we are Sun Devils. And as you guys know, as always, have a phenomenal rest of your Taco Tuesday. Make it a little spicy, maybe some jalapenos, a little Frank's Red Hot, sriracha, who knows, a little cayenne, whatever works for you. Maybe a little more spice to the tacos today. But have a phenomenal Taco And yes, you guys know it. As always, forks up.
I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
The 27-yard line. That's a great call. Two play fake. The Farmer will put it up. Throws over the middle. Touchdown. Great play.
That's a way. Trying to center off with Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot. Far down. He scored.
From behind for a month. Now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly. Philadelphia, they won't get it. Wow!
Edwards pulls up and buries the flag.
Shot for